This video is going to go over the problems on our check-in, problems 11 through 18. I have 11, 12, 13, 14 here on the board. We'll do 15 and then I'll erase it and then I'll do 16, 17, 18. So, we're going to get into a little bit more complex problems. When it's divided by on each side, you multiply each side. When it's multiplied, you divide it by each side. And we're going to have some fractions here. So, 18 equals 2/5 times f. I want to get this f by itself. What's happening to f? It's being multiplied by 2/5. If it's being multiplied by 2/5, I need to divide this whole thing by 2/5 and divide this by 2/5. So really it's 18 divided by 2/5 equals 2/5 f divided by 2/5. Okay? Let me get rid of this 15. So when I do this, right here, 2/5 divided by 2/5, that's going to give me 1. It's like if I have 5 divided 5 ways. 5 divided by 5 is just 1. Okay? So it leaves me with just this 1f, or just f, equals 18 divided by 2/5. Make this into a fraction, because you have to have fraction divided by fraction, fraction multiplied by fraction. How do I divide this? You have to remember that it's 18 over 1. You keep this the same, change, change. So you make that into a multiplication problem, but then you got to do the inverse. You flip it, okay? So instead of 2/5, it's 5/2. Now we can just multiply this across. 18 times 5, and if I come over here, 18 times 5, that equals 40, and that's a 9. So 90. So the top is 90. 1 divided by 2, or 1 times 2 is 2. So 90 over 2. And if I do 90 divided by 2, I'm going to do it. Maybe it'll come out even. We'll see. 2 goes into 9 4 times. That's equals 8. Subtract that. Bring down my 0. How many times does 2 go into 10? 5. So it's 45. 90 divided by 2 is 45. I think f equals 45. So, I'm going to check it. So, I put 2/5 times 45 equals 18. Now this I make into a fraction like that. 2 times 4, or 2 times 45 is 90. 5 times 1 is 5. Then if in my calculator I do 90 divided by 5, I'm going to come over here, 90 divided by 5, goes in there 1 time, 5. Then at 40, that goes in there 8 times, 40, and that's 0. So 18, this equals 18, and I've solved it and checked it, okay? You have to remember how to divide fractions. And if you can remember how to divide fractions by keeping the first one, switching it to multiplication, and doing the inverse on the second, then you'll remember how to do this. You'll be all good. Okay? Let's go on to 12. This one, 27 equals z divided by 0.3. So I want to get the z all by itself. It's divided by 0.3. What's happening to z? Z is being divided by 0.3, so I have to do the opposite to it to get it to be just z. So instead of divided by 0.3, I'm going to times it by 0.3. And when I do that, those cancel, and it leaves me with z. But I have to be fair, do it to each side, times 0.3. When you multiply decimals, you do not have to line up the decimals. You put that in later. Okay, so 3 times 7 is 21. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8. Bring that out 1, bring it in 1. 8.1 equals Z. You can use your calculator on this if you feel more confident that way. I'm going to check it. 27 equals, I think Z is 8.1, and divided by 0.3. Okay, 8.1 divided by 0.3. I would do this on my calculator, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to show you in person here. I'm going to take that way 1, so I'd have to move that way 1. Shoves everything over. Then I put that on top. Now my decimal's all set. So it's 81 divided by 3. 3 goes into 81. 2 times, that's 6. And that's 2. Bring down my 1. 3 goes in there 7 times. That's 0. Nothing more. So I do get 27. I checked it and it worked out. Use your calculator if you need to, but you can also do it this way. All right? This was divided by Z divided by 0.3, so you multiply each side by that. Okay. This one, you look at it, you can almost figure it out in your head. 5 times what equals 15? We know it's 3. But it's a times, so I'm going to divide each side by 5. When I do that, this gives me x. 15 divided by 5 gets me 3. I put it in there. 5 times 3. If that equals 15, we're all good, and it does. You know that, I know that, we all know that. Okay? 2s equals 34. Same as here. It's times 2. So I want to divide each side by 2. This gives me s equals 17. I put it in there. 2 times 17. 2 times 17. That gets me 34, which is exactly what I need. So I'm all good. All right. That was number 14. Let's do number 15. Mercedes is 132 centimeters tall. Okay, so we have M, 132 centimeters. That's how tall she is. This is twice the height of her younger brother. So her younger brother is only that tall, where she is this is 2 times his height. She's twice as tall, so he's just cut her in half, and that's what you have for him. How tall is the younger brother? So I could do this a couple of different ways. This is x. X times 2 is going to, it's going to get me the 132. Or I could do 132, cut it in half, and that'll get me x. Okay? Either way will give me this height. So I'm going to do it this way. 132 divided by 2 is 6, 12. Bring down that, and that's 66 centimeters. Now, I'm going to see if that makes sense. 66 centimeters. Mercedes is 132 centimeters tall. Yep, we have that. This is twice the height of her younger brother. So if I do her younger brother, double it, I get 132. Perfect. Okay? So the answer to number 15 is 66 centimeters. All right. Get rid of this. Number 16, it says solve. So we have A, I'll do number 16 right here. A minus 152 equals 90. I need to find what A is. I want to get this all by itself. I have a minus 152. I want to add 152, so that gets me to 0. And I have to add 152 to each side. This is A. I don't need the 0, it's just 0. A equals 2, 4. I'm going to line this up a little better. That's 2, that's 4, add my 1. 242. Plug it in just to make sure that's correct. 242 minus 152. That should get me to 90. 242 minus 152. That's 0. Well, from there, that becomes a 14. That's 9. That's the same. Okay? I just subtracted. When it was subtracting, I just added to each side. Let's do number 17. Seventeen says 4.8 times D equals 2.4. I feel like a lot of people had a difficult time with this one. What's happening? I want to get D all by himself. What's happening to D? D is being multiplied by 4.8, so I'm going to divide each side by 4.8. Now, if I do this on my calculator, I know that 4.8 divided by 4.8 is just 1. So that's going to give me D. And if on my calculator I do 2.4 divided by 4.8, it gets me 0.5. Did it on my calculator, okay? So I want you to do that too. You can plug it in 2.5 divided by 4.8. See what you get. Now I'm going to check it. 4.8 times 0.5, that should get me 2.4. Let's see. 4.8, oops, yeah, 4.8 times 0.5. So that is 40. 4 times 5 is 20, plus 4 is 24. And I go out 1, out another one, so there's 1, 2, 1, 2, gets me 2.4, which is what I needed. Okay? I figured it out, and I checked it. Last one, number 18. It is B divided by 14 equals 21. I want to get B all by itself. What's happening to B? B is being divided by 14. Let's do the opposite. Times 14. Times 14. Those cancel. B equals 21 times 14. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. Add my 0. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. Add these up. I get 4, 9, 2. 294. So, 294, I think 294 divided by 14 equals 21. If I do it on my calculator, I see that it is correct, and we're good to go. The way I got it, this is a division. So when it's divided by, you multiply each side by that number. Okay? If you have a question on any of a number 11 through 18, come see me. Let's figure it out.